In just 1 week, 25% tariffs on all imports from Canada and Mexico are set to be reinstated. But those are not the only tariffs being threatened by the Trump administration. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Tonight, San Diego leaders are calling on President Trump to reverse course on those massive tariffs.
CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with that and the new executive order the president just signed today. Richard?
And Carlo and Marcella, that executive order, also set to take effect April 2nd, will impose a 25% tariff on all imported cars and car parts. Now, President Trump says this move is intended to draw auto manufacturing here to the United States. But economists say with all of these tariffs, consumer can expect to be paying significantly more.
Will continue to spur growth like you haven't seen before.
President Trump says his newly approved tariff on foreign-made cars will be a boon to the U.S. auto industry.
This is the beginning of Liberation Day in America.
But I have to ask, liberation for whom? And liberation from what?
San Diego City Council member Raul Campillo railed against these upcoming 25% tariffs, including ones on all imports from Canada and Mexico that had previously been put on hold, now set to take effect in 1 week's time.
There's nothing liberating about raising the cost of fruit and vegetables and beef from Mexico, or gasoline and heating from Canada, or housing and construction materials.
Lori Filer with the Building Industry Association of San Diego estimates these tariffs will add on average $10,000 to the cost of a home.
And in fact, that $10,000 adds no value to the home, no value to the person who buys the home or lives in that apartment, and would add $70 a month to their mortgage payment. That's $70 a month for 30 years.
The San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce also points out that in some manufacturing supply chains, components of a product must cross the U.S.-Mexico border up to 7 times before that product is fully assembled.
Taxing these components each time they cross our border will only increase cost on essential goods and disrupt our integrated supply chain.
I'm worried that the initial impact will be a bit inflationary.
USD economist Alan Ginn says these tariffs increase the chances of the United States entering a recession.
If you have these higher prices, if you have higher inflation, consumers may cut back in terms of their spending. And so that will hurt the economy. There'll be less spending, less employment, less income.
Ginn also points out that if these tariffs cause a downturn in Mexico's economy, San Diego will likely feel the impact, especially among small businesses.
That means that we might have less cross-border visitors. And so our retailers here in San Diego, our restaurants here in San Diego could be adversely impacted by that.
And even the threat of tariffs, even if they're pulled back at the last minute, is also having an impact on the economy. USD's Professor Ginn says that consumer spending makes up 70% of our economy, but the uncertainty of these price spikes can cause Americans to pull back on spending, causing a slump in the economy.
So, Richard, are there any estimates as to how much an average family may be spending in addition to, what they're currently spending when these tariffs kick in?
Well, some economists are saying it could cost the average family, and that depends on family size and where you live in the country, up to $2,000 or more a year on things like clothing, groceries, gasoline, that sort of thing. But as far as cars go, if you're buying a car, a foreign car, that could increase the price anywhere from $3,500 to, Professor Ginn was saying, up to $12,000 just for one vehicle if these tariffs actually do take effect next week.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right.
So if they do take effect next week, how soon should you and I be worried about those taking effect and impacting us in the pocketbook?
Well, and that depends on what you're buying. So some companies have actually been proactively stockpiling imports in anticipation of these tariffs kicking in. So depending on what you're buying, it could take some time to actually see the prices increase. Professor Ginn mentioned, though, that as far as cars go, we could see prices go up pretty quickly on new foreign autos and also auto parts. Or if you have to get a car repaired, too, you might see that price go up as well. So a lot of sticker shock in store for you.
Some interesting perspective in that the timing of this could be pretty immediate.
Absolutely, yeah.
When it comes to cars.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're thinking
So
about buying a new
now
car,
and next week, right?
you might want to think pretty hard about that.
Consumer confidence already taking a hit.
Absolutely.
This isn't going to help it at all. Richard Allen reporting for us live. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.